Hi, so the next session is data modification with SQL command, which is insert new rows into table. So definitely we have already been done in insertion portion. We all know that we can insert data, external or internal, from the table, from the query, from the files, external file, and so on. So we're gonna discuss everything together. This is the insert syntax. The basic syntax is insert into table name, and then we need to provide values. So we write values within bracket. We need to provide number of values of this table, the column, the number of column we have. So for example, I'm gonna take you the example of insert data only in a specific column, insert multiple rows, insert data using sub-selection statement, using default values keyword, and import data from files. So these are the different area I'm gonna discuss with you. Let's move to first portion where we will insert the data using the specific column. So the author, if you go to author, so in the this is the author, and then when you click, you will have 1, 2, 3 columns, but you are inserting 2 columns only, demonstrating that we can insert number of column whatever we want. We don't need to provide each and every day. We don't need to insert every column, provided each column is mandated. If they are mandated, definitely you need to provide any value. If it is not mandated, you can give up or you can leave it. Like here, what I did, I pick up the author ID and book ID. Author ID and book ID, if you look at here, author ID and book ID is key, primary key. So for that reason, I cannot skip that. I can skip author name because author name is optional, so I can do the order date is the default date. So in this case, we don't need to provide nothing. So let's move to the insertion portion. What I'm doing is I'm taking author ID and author book. Here I am using not only single, but I'm using the multiple values as well. So you already know, and in my previous session I show you how you can insert single values. You can insert multiple values as well. Just provide a comma and another bracket and start saying execute. So 2 records are executed. Now go back again and say, so see that I didn't provided the name, so that's why it is null. We will use it later on. We will utilize this in other different commands. So this is the way where you can insert data into the specific column. Now come to the area where we can insert data using select statement, further select statement. So here what I'm doing is I'm taking author book. So author book is, let's do it here. This is the author book and its data. What I'm trying to do is I am picking the data from the author, the book ID from the author, and where the author ID is this. So let's move. I'm doing this, select insert into author book. I pick the columns, mandate columns, and I select author ID, book ID from author, where author ID is equals to 12. So it's gonna work. So it is saying that the value is already, because we have already author book. Let's take the author book. 15, 14. What I'm doing is I'm entering the, let's go to author book. Author is author ID and book ID. It should take 12 is 104. Author 12105 and the author take 17. Just now we inserted, and let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. So what we need to change the database. So I think it will work. Let's say this and then execute. Okay, duplicate. So we can change this. 0 records. We don't have 17. Let's go to 15. One row is affected. So that means that we successfully entered the 15. See, it's here. So in this way we can enter using select statement. Now come to the default. What is default? Default in the sense that, let's see here, this is the author book, and if we go to the design portion, you will find the author is date, which is the default date. I defined it as a default date. So it default you will not see here, because design time, when you are creating that time, you need to provide default value you wanted to enter. You need to say insert command, the create command. So in the create command, when you are taking that column, after the column, let's say date my, after that you need to say default. And what default, like you are going to say like today's date or now or whatever is the default. You guys, so now is means current date and time it will take. So in this way it become this field will become default field. So I made the order date is a default in this table. So what I'm saying is author book is author ID, book ID, and order date values, whatever values we wanted to give, you can use the select statement as well. And then for this order ID you need to provide the default value, otherwise you need to provide the date. So in this case, just do this and say insert. So cannot duplicate value. Okay, so it is saying duplicate value. So let's go to the 16. So I'm trying to insert, what's that? Trying to insert the, because they are highlighted, so it will not execute. So now executing. So what I'm saying there, value 16 was 04 and default. So value 16 is, because this is also primary keys they are using. So 15, this has no 15. Well, 16, we need to take the, we can take 15. Let's see. Let's take all. This is the author. So we have 15 already, 13, 13, 12. So let's take let's take 14 because the combination is needed. So 14 is 103. Let's try 03. 3. I think it need to take it. One row is taken. So if you remember, the author book and book table is carrying the combination of this to combination primary keys, so we cannot insert duplicate values. So here the author book has been executed, and it took the 14103 and that. So in this way the default value will come automatically. See, it's coming automatically, so it will come automated. You don't need to do, you just need to provide default and it will take default. So this is the insert command. Let's move to the most important thing, which is the import through the file. So we are inserting data using bulk insert, and I will take you open row set as well, how it is working. So bulk insert is taking data externally using CSV file or Excel file or TXT file. But before that, you need to enable the ad hoc queries. So ad hoc queries is something which is enabling the allow user to query data and allow user what I'm doing allow user to query data and execute statements on external data source. So whatever data source you have externally, you can do it. I have created some files here, which is data file. This is the Papa. So I added some files, some data is here. So I'm trying to use, I think it's not gonna work because 16 already, so we can take it to 18 or we can make it 19 and let's see how it's gonna work. Yes, because it is CSV file, so it's gonna take, it will give you error. It's fine. You say yes and close it. So first we need to enable the ad hoc query in SQL. So what we need to do, we need to run this sp-config, show advanced option is 1, reconfigure, then sp-config ad hoc distribution query 1 and 2. Just only you need to run this, and then it will show you that this ad hoc query and show advanced option is enabled. It's run. After that, you need to create the link server. Link server this time is not important, but when you are running the bulk or when you are running the open row set, in that case you need to do that. So you need to, I will copy it into my link section in my video. You just follow it. So this is the complete process, which is saying that parameter is server product is Excel. Like Excel we are using, so we do Excel. We need to provide the path as well. We need to provide the different parameters, and then once the parameter is done, we need to say at rc is equals to master.dbo.sp at link server at server. So you can do that, and then after that just run this. Just only, let me take it down so you will see everything together. Just run this. I already run this, so it's gonna give me error. See here, it's gonna give me already exist, so it doesn't do. Otherwise, it will establish external is a link to server using your server name. You can use any name, whatever you want. Now come to the bulk insert. So the bulk insert is I'm using the same CSV file saying bulk insert the table name author from the file. You need to give the path of the file with first row is 0, your first row is 0 or 1 or 2 you can give. Then you need to give different parameters, and then you need to give error file if you wanted to give. Otherwise you can skip this, and table lock also you can skip. You don't need to give that. So but if you are giving, so make sure that you are providing appropriate error file directory. Now when you run this, because I removed that, for one row, one column. So let's go to the author and see if it is. So 18 and 19 from the file which I showed you is entered. The data from 1890, Cheng Mi, Li Su, and 104, 106 is taken. And if you notice that these two error files has already been created, this is the file which already been created, which you can see it here. But normally, remember, whenever you rerun this, you have to delete them. You have to delete them, otherwise it will not run. So this is called the bulk insertion. It's very easy. When you have bulk insertion, you have heavy file, Excel or something, just you need to change from CSV to Excel or TXT. Now come to the another point, which is the open row set. So the open row set function is also using the external files whenever you want it. So you said select asterisk dot a dot asterisk a dot as a it's an abbreviation or it's a synonym of this what we are using functions, and this function is giving a as a small name. Otherwise you need to provide full name. So from open row set MSOLODB SQL. So OLEDB SQL is already enabled for you in SQL, so you can give it this. Then after you need to provide server. The server connection is simply, you will find it here. Go here, and this is your server name. You need to copy and paste it here. And then because I'm using the trust server, I'm not using SQL username or password, I need to say trust connection is equals to yes. And then select author ID from author and A. Now when you run this, you will get the records from through the MSOLEDB it will extract all the author ID. So this is the select statement that you can run using the open row insert command. So the bulk insert is very easy, and it's gonna be quick and fast if you are using huge data. Now move to the next command, which is the update target data, means update command. So update is when you are updating your rows, your values, or your data from the table, then you are using update command. So update table name, set column name, value, column name value. You can give multiple, and then you need to provide where conditions. So let's say, for example, if you wanted to change this name Chang Mi into the Chang V, so what you're gonna do is update table name column, which is the author name, is equals to Chang V. Or you wanted to change book ID, so the book ID is equals to this where condition, where author ID is equal to 60. So this is the way you can do. So the examples what I'm gonna use is it here. Let's move. So in your so first we are using update command with the single entry using command prompt. So if we are trying to update, I think it's not gonna work because we have already. Let me take these table down so that we can check author book. So it will not take 14. So otherwise we need to say 14. Let's say 102 14 102 set the print combination. Let's try, and one row is updated. So 14. So let's go and see. So 14 102, it is changed 102. Now multiple rows. So the multiple rows set this, and then author ID is equals to 30. So where author so yeah, I was expecting the duplicate 12 button. It is duplicate, showing duplicate. Oh, sorry. We entered. The problem is the combination of this table. For that reason, it is the author book ID is equals to 102. Oh, sorry. So we need to change this here 15. Author ID should be 12. Let's try. So one row is updated. So see, so it updated. So in this way you can multiple columns you can do it. Then you select this statement, update author, set book ID, select statement is this. So book, so take the example of this. We have the book ID and book name is here. So last is changed. So we can say last Dutch, where the author ID is row. You can take it in this way, and the 0 row because this is last touch is 101 and author ID. So you can run separately, so Rome is not here, so from the author Rome is not there. Okay, so the author name is Sun. We can use Sun, and then we are saying, so it is saying that so we can leave author name is Lee Su. 0 row. So because it is not extracting the 90, and this is the
Baba.
Yeah, 102. I'm asking 102 with the author ID. So 102 and so book ID is not there, so 19 is not there, then we can take the 14. So in this way you can find the 14 or any other planet. We can say planet. Let's try planet. So one row is updated. So in this way you can do that, because I have no plan, it's not real, so that's why we can jump in here and there, just trying to show you. So in this way you can use the subselect statement for the update as well, and then we can use the inner joins for the updates as well, where you have different table like author and books, and author books you are trying to join update author, set book ID. So author book ID is equals to books.book ID. From author inner join books, we are joining the books here on author ID and book ID, where author ID is 1. Let's try if it is working. 0 row, so we can use the 13, any row, anything, just try. 1 is available, so 31 is updated. So let's go to the 30, and you can see the 13 is updated. So in this way you can use the inner join. So why we use inner join? Because we need to find the book ID from the different table, instead of because we need to find the book ID with the row. In that case we need to use the inner join. And the using the file, you can use the same way like you are using into the bulk statement. So bulk is just update your file. So in this, so when you are using the external, so there is no other way using like you are using updates directly on the table using external like you are inserting. What you need to do is you need to create a table same like the author. I use the temp table and then I truncate that table. Truncate means I remove all the values and then I run this bulk statement. So what it will do, it will get all the data from CSV to the temp table, or from the temp table you can run anything which is you want to update. So I will run this, select S3 into temp from dpo.author. So this is the single statement which will create a table, same replica of author, So do it, and it run, and it's saying 6 records are entered. So we don't want records, so we just delete it. Just delete it. Refresh your DBA and see the table. Temp is created. This table is created. This is the replica of the author. Same. Now what you need to do, you need to run the bulk into the temp, and then when you say refresh, and then you will see the records are here, same from the external file. Now you need to run the update command using your inner join or using your select statement, whatever, just to update. This is called the update. Now come to the delete portion. So the delete portion is simply deleting file permanently from the table, specific row or entire rows, or even the table as well. How it is gonna do, if like you wanted to delete the table, you can say delete from temp, and then try to refresh, and you will see the temp is still there. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Delete table. So delete from temp, it will delete everything from the, and the delete table, if you're saying, it will. So here what it is doing, it is delete because there is no rows, so it is deleting nothing, 0. But if you wanted to delete a specific column or a specific row, you need to provide the where condition. Similarly, you can use the subselect statement saying delete from temp where book ID is equals to this. I deleted because I don't need that, so I don't have rows to delete. You can use this. Further, book ID is equals to further select statement. You need to get the book ID from the book title, and done. Now when you run the trunk table temp, it will truncate, means it will remove everything. Nothing will be there. So all the data will be removed from here. No data. So it is empty, but it doesn't mean it will delete the columns. It will delete nothing. It will empty the row. It will take out all the rows. So this is all in this section where we have learned how to bring the data from the external file, how we can update, how we can delete, how we can run. So there are other portion I wanted to discuss with you, how you can, let's say for example, if you wanted to task, and then here you import file, import data or export data. If you wanted to do import, you can do directly as well, but why I'm using these statements using insert command, my only option is, and this is my way of working, that if you are using your command prompt, these commands are gonna take you in advanced level, where when you are using another sources other than SQL Server, if you go to Oracle, if you go to Access, even in the Excel, sometimes your command, these commands will help you a lot. If you are efficient enough to run these commands independently, you don't need to depend on these wizard options. So this is I'm never using, and I never encourage my users to do that. You just but I'm telling you, if you wanted to import from the external file, you need to say import, and then it will give you this. You say next. You need to provide the data source. So the data source is your any flat file or something. Excel. So your Excel path is this, and then your my Excel, go next, give var. Okay, so it is not registered in me. So the moment you move it, it will take you to the flat file. Take flat file. So in the flat file, you need to provide the file name. So as I told you, I had another file. All I don't have. Let's try DCSV. It may work. The columns, you need to map the columns as well. So this is the column. You need to provide the string type. So author is a number, so you need to provide numeric, and then author name is okay. Book ID is also number. You need to provide its numeric value, and then you need to see preview is okay. So this is, in this way you can do it. Move it, and then once you finish this, it will import everything into the it is not giving because my SQL is not set for this. So in this way you can do the import, but my import insert command is doing using bulk insert is very easy, or open row set as well. You can do it. I haven't used this. I also only encourage you to use bulk insert. So bulk insert is very good. Your commands are going to take you in a different level, and when you have memorize these insert, update, delete, select statement, all the command prompts you to memorize, definitely is going to help you in a different platform as well. Believe me, it's going to help you. So I'm going to meet you in a next session, which is going to be very interesting, is about the procedures. So procedures, functions, how we go use this should be a different section, and it's a longer one. Then we will talk about it. So till then, stay tuned and please subscribe me. I wanted to know how many users are connected with me and wanted to learn with me. I'm moving day by day to the advanced section, and this is very important for you to go back to my sessions and start from there and reach, and then come this section, and then you will see that how much work we have done already and what we are gonna do. It's gonna be a very advanced level. The function and procedures I'm gonna teach you in a very small, not basic, but advanced. I want you to pass it to your friend and get more connected. Have a tune and have a great day and stay tuned. Thank you. Goodbye.